What up? What up? What up? It is that guy Dub, and I'm back with another video. How you guys doing? At the end of the day, shouting, I'm good money. And today, we got a special guest in the building. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
And what's good with you? What's good with you? I'm feeling great. Feeling good, feeling great, living great, feeling good. You feel me?
Okay, nothing wrong with that. First off, for the few people that don't know who you are, tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Now, my name Yafyn, Yafyn, your auntie's favorite young nigga. You feel me? I do,
Okay.
I do, I do my little rap thing here and there. You feel me? I got a couple of songs out. Based in Akron right now. But I make music.
Okay, so like who are some of you saying your biggest inspirations in the music industry as of now?
As of right now, I would say right now I give it to people like Kendrick, Big Crit, J. Cole, Wale. Then that's more of the lyrical things. But as far as people who make good music, you got a lot of people who make good music right now. Rap City, Lil Baby, Big Sad 1900. There's a lot of people I listen to. I don't believe in listening to just one genre. That ain't how you gonna grow as an artist. If you look at yourself as an artist, you gotta branch out. You gotta listen to a little bit of everything.
Right. So with that being said, it's like, so what are some other genres that you saying that you frequent? You tend to get yourself where you are.
See, my favorite genre of music is actually jazz. Like a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, a lot of people when you rap, people automatically think you hip hop. You feel me? But like, yeah, I rap, but my favorite genre of music is jazz. But I listen to a little bit of everything: neo soul, R&B, jazz. Even got a couple of country songs. You feel me?
Okay. What you say? How long have you been into music?
Oh, my whole life. I've been in the music since I was young. You feel me? My parents. I ain't had them parents that was your best friend. You feel me? My parents was born in '63. I was born in '94. So my parents 30 years older than me. They come from that era. You feel me? Isley Brothers, Motown, stuff like that. So I grew up on that. I grew up on the Isley Brothers, the Ohio Players, Earth, Wind and Fire, Minnie Riperton. I grew up on that kind of thing. You feel me?
Okay, I like that. You said somebody you said that also was born in the 1900s. You said I was 80s baby. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
80s, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up. You said with that. You said especially from my pops because my pops was heavy into music because my pops used to be a DJ. Which
Okay.
my baby brother's also a DJ now. You said which is ironic and it's funny. But it's like I grew up with you said the Gap Band. You said Parliament,
Exactly.
Funkadelic. You know what I'm saying? Like which is why me personally I try to teach my kids all the way from like you saying like Elvis Presley to Lil Baby. Or usually like
Got to.
that way they're like you just said they're multifaceted. You said in this type of music. So to hear that you come from such an eclectic musical background, you said it's very refreshing. You said because you don't get that with a lot of people. So definitely kudos to you on that, brother.
Appreciate you.
So so are you like in the Akron music scene? Like, so what's the Akron? Because like I know what the Akron comedy scene is like. So what's the Akron music scene
Music scene is pretty big, man. It really all depends more so because I be doing more so Cleveland events. Like the studio I go to is in Cleveland, so I'll be
like?
more so doing open mics and stuff out there. But Akron got its music scene is starting to grow. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's a lot of people that's starting to link up. With any smaller city, it could be a popularity contest going on. Especially when it comes to music or any art form, really. That on the popularest person don't always got the best. You feel me? But it's about who you know. But like I said, it's starting to buzz. There's a lot of open mics open up from things like the poetry scene that's introducing music into it, so
Mm-hmm.
you can go there and get your stuff off. But it's definitely buzzing. But me personally, like I just go out and do my thing wherever I can get it done at. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, you said like before we delve any further into the interview, I made a post on you said Facebook and on my Instagram. You saying if there was anybody that was looking to you saying to do interviews, you said because like I said with my platform, I'm trying to you saying break new people. I'm trying to introduce new people to the world. You said my good sister Keith Silly reached out. You saying like I got somebody for you. You saying so like we definitely got to give her shouts out to you saying Keith Silly. You saying for
Big shout out.
linking us together. You know what I'm saying? Definitely,
Big shout
definitely.
out, man. That's family right there. That's blood cousin right there. That's she always look out. That's one thing I know about her. Like, she gonna always look out. I'm gonna always look out for her. Whatever motherfuckers can do, motherfuckers gonna get it done. You feel me? That's just genuine love right there. That's a genuine motherfucker right there.
Oh, definitely. Using like I ride with Keith Sitter till the wheels fall off.
That's tops.
I've also had her on my show, and we laughed from beginning to end.
Yeah, I peeped that whole episode. That was clean. I was like, yeah, okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like musically, there's so much going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like people still try to put you saying hip hop in a box. You say, or like, or they still, or they politic with hip hop. You said since we're on the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and we said, of course, everybody's still arguing about the list, where you said nobody from the South was on that list. Which, of course, growing up in Georgia, you said me personally, I have a problem with Andre 3000 not being in that top 5, but that's just me. You know what I mean? So like, who did you grow up on, or do you feel should have been on that list that wasn't on that list?
Man, one thing with them lists, man. I I want to say I hate them lists. I think them lists is only made to discuss. Because if you made a list like a real list of some of the greatest hip hop artists, rappers, MCs, or lyricists of all time, we all know who we're gonna be on there. We know who we can agree on and everything. I feel like they purposely put people who don't belong in those spots, and wherever it may be, to get a browse out of people, to hear people talking and chatter and stuff. It's all just for clicks and bet. You feel me? But me personally, like when it comes to the list, I don't really care about the numbers as long as a certain few people on there for me. Jadakiss being one, as far as rap. Like I ain't talking about songs. I'm talking about lyrical prowess. Like I'm talking about people who get busy. Jadakiss, Cassidy, Fabulous, Redman, Method Man, Biggie, Big L, Big Pun. Like these is people who, like, if you go through their catalog, the music they made, like even the one like I said, like Big L. If you listen to Big L, he died so early, he didn't really get to get busy like some other people. But if you go back and listen to Big L, wasn't nobody rapping like him. It wasn't nobody rapping like Biggie. It wasn't like it's people who you can tell today's artists mimic their style of, like, majority of artists sound like Wayne. When Wayne was sounding like that, that was new. Nobody sounded like Wayne. Wayne was in a whole group, the Hot Boys, and none of them sounded alike. Now everybody sound the same. So it's just, like I said, there's certain people you know who on that list. We all know who really who cut from a different cloth,
Yeah, it's like it's like the one thing I found funny was people talking about Ja Rule not being on that list at all. I know we said we didn't care about lists, but I'm just finding the humor in it. Usually, because like you didn't put Ja Rule on the list, like Ja Rule didn't get busy until using the whole 50 Cent thing. You said like,
and that's the internet shit though. That's the internet shit, because people will take 50 side. Don't get me wrong, do what you want to do. Like 50 was the man, but we're not gonna act like Ja Rule wasn't that nigga at a point in time. We're not gonna act like Ja Rule didn't run the whole radio for years. Like shit. And to my recollection, the only person that was doing what Ja Rule did before him was Nate Dogg. The whole singing, rapping, like from a hood aspect. Like it was Nate Dogg first. You had Ja Rule, then T-Pain. It wasn't really niggas in that lane. So you can't fake like Ja Rule wasn't that nigga at a point in time, man.
right. I mean, that's definitely true. And then you saying, like I said, now a lot of people are doing and are mimicking that style, or you saying this, that, and this, that, and the third. You said, I did want to ask you about, you said all these versus battles. You said, like, so far, which one was your favorite? Which one do you want to see? You said, or like, you know what I'm saying?
And my favorite gotta be it gotta be shit. Who I want to give it to? I'm gonna say D Block versus Dipset. That was crazy. That one was crazy. Jadakiss had the outside moment. That was crazy. And like you said, it's different. It really hit different when you got people basically doing track outs where, like, you gonna sing or you rap over your track. When you got people like him who from an era where you just played a beat, y'all came to see a performance. You know, like if you wanted to hear the song, you could have just played it on your iPhone. If you
Right.
want to see a performance, I'm gonna perform this song. We're gonna play the instrumental and I'm gonna do word for word that I wrote and recorded in that studio live for you. It's different. That really made me feel like that's that 90s era hip hop. That's that early, like this where this what it like this is the epitome of hip hop right here.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as who I want to see, I don't know, man, because I feel like everybody I want to see more producers do it, like how they did when it was, I think it was Lil Jon and T-Pain.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I want to see more producers do it versus rappers, because what other rappers from the 90s, early 2000s can go up against somebody, because so many people transcended that they time. You can only put them with another great, and at that point, why not just have a concert? Like, it ain't even no verses, it's just a concert at that point.
Right.
But no, I definitely want to see more producers. I would love to see more producers do it.
Well, you
Finding
said,
out the beats they made.
yeah. Well, speaking of producers, you said like because Diddy and Jermaine Dupri is supposed to be coming up here soon.
Yeah,
How does that sit with you?
that's gonna be a cold one. That's gonna be a cold one because they both had their hands in so many tracks throughout the years. I mean, you gotta think. One of the most legendary albums is the Confessions album, Usher. That's all Jermaine. That's
Mm.
all Jermaine. Then you got Diddy, he got Biggie. Like, come on, man. Like, it's gonna be some clashes of them songs that's gonna really like show people what a producer's job truly is. It ain't just making the music. Like, I always look at it like this: me as an artist, as somebody who make music, I rap, I'm just a piece of the puzzle. But like producers and engineers, they the ones who bring all the pieces together and actually lay it out, make the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
As an artist, we just pieces. You feel me? We put the pen to the paper. We gonna record. We gonna do what we do. But a producer, a real producer, them the ones that's gonna take you out. You in that booth, they're gonna be like, "Hey, no, do that over. Do that line like this. Add more emphasis here." They hear music in a different way. So yeah, that's gonna be one for the books. If they map that out how it should be, that's one for the books.
Right. Definitely. You said like, but as you mentioned, being in the studio as being a piece. How do you personally handle you? Because like at the end of the day, you also an artist, but like let's say you're doing a feature for somebody. How do you saying put on that? You said producer had to. You said help whoever you said you have featured on the track or whoever has asked you to be a feature to make sure they're on point. You said what? How do you go about that?
I feel like shit like that. That's all conversations before we even lay out the song. When somebody hit me up and hey, I got this song I want you to do. My first question is, all right, what's the topic? What we talking about? Because the last thing you want to do is if somebody want a song about love and you get on talking about fucking bitches. Like that don't make sense. We supposed to be talking about love. So I immediately want to know what we talking about. Send me the beat. Let me hear the beat. I want to hear it. Now we going over ideas. Okay, so how we gonna do this? Like, because I'm somebody, especially when it comes to features. If we doing some freestyle shit, like my job, I want to kill everybody. I want to have the best verse. If we doing a song, I want the best verse for said song. I don't need to have the best. I don't need people to go, oh, he had the hardest verse on the song. I want people to go, his verse went well with that song. Like that, that's what needed to be on that song. So that's conversations. We gotta sit and talk. I don't like doing features with people I don't really know. Like I gotta feel you out. Like I want to like let's sit. We're gonna sit, invite you to the studio or something. We go out, kick it or something. But I gotta feel you because again, like when you just doing a feature to do a feature, I feel like people can tell. I feel like whether it's my audience or your audience, they can tell that they probably really ain't mesh well.
Right.
So it's really more so just conversation that go into it. Let's have a conversation. Because without that, I mean, shit. I mean, we just playing around at that point.
Absolutely. You see, like, but it's funny because that doesn't work in every you said aspect of life. You said sometimes it's, you said the spontaneity is you said is better. You said we're gonna get away from hip hop for a second just because you said when Key Silly linked this, I didn't want to know nothing about you. I was like, I wanted us to literally just have a genuine conversation. I didn't want it to be because like a lot of people will write their questions out. He said, I
Mm-hmm.
can formulate my questions in my head as you're speaking because as I'm listening. You said, so like because I want it to seem like we're actually having a genuine conversation. But I totally understand where you come from because if you're sitting here doing a feature, it's like you would like, yeah, we definitely want to feel each other out, you know, this, that, and the third. But you say like I said, sometimes spontaneity is good. So like, how is your freestyle game?
I'm pretty cold at the freestyles. I'm pretty. I guess I'm a student of the game. So I before I ever did a track, like my first recorded song, I was 16. I was already doing freestyles. I recorded music because the homies was like, "Hey, bro, you can really rap." My boy Tullis was like, "Hey, man, I make beats. Come to the crib, listen to a couple of beats. We about to record a song." I'm like, "All right, fuck it, we gonna do that." But I was already used to rap at lunch. Niggas used to be at lunch, 10th grade. We used to freestyle at the table. You know, you beat on the table, somebody make a beat. We gonna all rap.
Yeah.
People just happened to tell me I was nice, so I was like, all right, fuck it, let me see what's to it. Like, but yeah, I'm pretty cold at the freestyles.
Okay. It's like how much of a disrespect to the culture when you see some of these artists who just blew up basically off of nothing, but then when they're asked to freestyle, it's just so disrespectful to the culture because they do not they do not possess, you said, a skill that you said they say they have. You said like even like look, I've seen quite a few LA Leakers freestyles or Funk Flex freestyles that are like, why did you even have this nigga up here? You just, how much? So my question is, how much of a disrespect to the culture do you see that as being?
So see that shit, I struggle with my answer on that because on one hand, yeah, I do take it as disrespect. As somebody like who in the game and I'm climbing up. I'm slowly but surely getting to where I personally want to be, but I study and it take me, X amount of time to even get to this point. So as somebody who's studying, I see somebody who just overnight success, it's like a slap in the face a little bit. Like, damn, you don't even care about the game. You don't even love hip hop like I love hip hop. But then on the other hand, it's like, you know what? I'm just happy another nigga is getting some chips. Like you getting some cheddar, like that shit. That's cool with me. Like you ain't gotta love it as much as I do. We got two different backgrounds. You feel me? Like I don't know what you may have went through. You feel me? Whatever the case may be, you found the outlet and people fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I be chalking it up like people fuck with you. Hey man, get your coins. You feel me? But I personally like listening to more lyrical content because I make songs. I make funny songs, little shit people can just vibe to. But at the end of the day, don't get it twisted. I'll wrap circles around any nigga you put me up with. You feel me? I do this. I really do this. So I understand it's a time and a place for everything and every kind of music. Like you said earlier, with hip hop, I feel like we the only genre that's easily disrespected when it comes to these awards. Because when I was growing up, you had like we could say metal or rock, for instance. You had metal, heavy metal, death metal, grunge, alternative. You had rock, pop rock, all these different genres. But hip hop is either you rap or you don't. Like our sub genres of the hip hop umbrella ain't respected because you had hip hop. Hip hop, I look at hip hop as like KRS-One, Run DMC. Like I look at that Jay-Z. That's hip hop. I look at rap. Rap is more 50 Cent. That's more Ja Rule. Like, well, Ja Rule, that would be like a mixture of like R&B rap. Like, but we don't, for some reason, we don't allow other people and ourselves don't allow hip hop to have those subgenres. Because we had backpack rap. Kanye was backpack rap.
The facts.
Like,
Pharrell and them, the skateboard rap. You say,
come on. Like, we have subgenres, but we don't respect them. And I feel like once we start respecting them, that question won't even be a question anymore because it'll be like, well, he ain't rap. He over here. Like he hip hop. He's still under the umbrella. So we respect him for making a certain type of music, but we know he ain't a lyricist. So we don't need to put him in the lyricist content. We don't even need to discuss that with this person or that person. Like they two different people.
Right. Well, you said, well, like, do you also take it as a form of disrespect? Because, like, I think a few months back, Nicki Minaj had an issue when it came to the Grammys because they wanted to put her more towards the pop category instead of the hip hop category. It's like, you think that's a sign of disrespect to our culture as well?
It definitely is. It definitely is because like it's like no, nigga, stay in your lane. No, you hip hop. We don't care what kind of songs you make. You can make all the bubblegum music you want. You black, you rap. You gonna go over here and that. We don't care what song blew up. We don't care what people say. We gonna put you over here. I mean, we can go back to the Grammys in a couple years, well, a few years before that, with the Macklemore Kendrick situation. They gave Macklemore the Grammy over Kendrick Lamar. Come on, cuz.
For
Come
real.
on. Stop playing. So we see it all the time, and then they try to give us these bullshit trophies. But I chalk that up to niggas as well though, because it's like why we keep going.
Right.
Like last year, I think it was last year that Drake and The Weeknd didn't send no song to be nominated for the Grammy. They said fuck the Grammys. Why we don't do that? We don't put that emphasis on BET. Everybody act like the BET Awards is just BET Awards, but that's for niggas. That's for black culture.
Yeah.
I can't tell you one white person I know with a BET award, but we don't celebrate. Yeah. We don't celebrate them though, like we do the Grammys. We hold the Grammys to the utmost high. Mm-hmm. We should be doing that for nigga shit. Yeah. Shit that's for us, by us, for us. But like I said, so I think that's a problem where we need to start looking on the inside out. Like, hey, maybe we need to stop showing the fuck up to these places. Yeah, they ain't gonna respect us how we want to be respected. Fuck them.
Right. Well, you saying like you flipped it, but you said you mentioned the FUBU just a second ago. You said by us for us.
Yeah.
You said, I wanted to talk about fashion in hip hop. It has changed tremendously. You said like when rap first started, from Rapper's Delight to what it is now. You said it's like, I mean, of course, we've had pockets to where it repeated itself a few times, but you just like, how important does fashion fit into hip hop to you?
Man, honestly, I think it's one of the most underlooked and also overrated things because it matters so much. Mm-hmm. Like, it shouldn't matter because at the end of the day, it should be about your content. Mm-hmm. Do people like you? Do you sell? Do motherfuckers buy? That's where the shit should stop. But if you don't look like you got money, you don't look like you get money, motherfuckers ain't even the masses ain't paying attention to you. Mm-hmm. You gotta find that pocket. I mean, like it's gonna take that song or that album that make everybody notice you, so you can keep your little fan base or your big fan base, whatever, your niche fan base, your core. Because I mean, look at the majority of what we hear on the radio is, I got this, I drive this car, I got X amount of dollars, nigga, you ain't got more money than me. I sold this amount of dope. You ain't never sold more dope than me. Like it's a bunch of goofy shit. You feel me? It matters, like I said, but it's overrated because it shouldn't. Because my nigga, at the end of the day, did you make a good song? Do people like the song? Okay, then we good. Like what the fuck what I got on? Man, nigga is comfortable. If I want to wear sweatpants and a t-shirt, I should be able to make the video with sweatpants and a t-shirt. Right. Instead, nigga, you gotta come with the Louis, you gotta come with the Gucci, all the whole little bullshit. Mm-hmm. Stupid.
Right. Well, piggybacking off of that, you said just because talking about what people talk about. Back in the 90s and stuff like that, you said a lot of artists they were storytellers, so they were just basically hood reporters. And that's how they were conducting themselves in the music. You said you might have thought you said this rapper sold 100 bricks or whatever, blah, 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 but 9 times out of 10, he's just telling a story. Yeah. So where does self-snitching music, you said, sit with you?
I think niggas is hilarious. I think niggas is hilarious, man. Because like just being from the hood, growing up in the hood, it's like you was just told not to say certain shit or even you don't even want to look like you do the shit, So to see we live in an era where everybody do it is ain't too many niggas really doing what they say they doing, but
right.
It's just crazy because you
You said,
Like
but to
you said
me,
what?
to me personally, it's just like you the one went in the studio and put that on record. How you gonna get mad at the DA for using that
Come
again?
on, man. Come on, man.
You told on yourself.
Did you not expect the song to blow? Was that what it was? You was like, I'm gonna say, because that's the whole difference of like the 90s, early 2000s versus now. Like you said, one is storytelling, the other is self-snitching.
Yeah.
Like, if I play Slick Rick, he telling the story the whole time.
Mm.
But he robbed a lady, whoop whoop happy, get killed. Like, but if that same song was made today, it'll be I robbed this girl. Hey, I robbed the woman. The cops was chasing me. This what happened. This how I got away too. I was driving the 04 sedan. I pulled up, whoop, whoop, like a whole bunch of dumb shit. Like niggas really explain the. I think one of the funniest shits, and I love the song. This ain't no slight to Buddy, like, cause he be rapping too. T Grizzly when he did the first day out. Buddy in the song say, "What was the getaway car?" Jr. Portfolio, like he's like, I mean, you did your time, so it's like you can talk about whatever you want because you did your time.
Mm.
You just the story he telling is it already happened. He didn't already went to jail for it, but
Right.
it's just certain shit. It's like, nah, I couldn't do that. I can't give you the whole details. Like that's crazy.
Right.
Like you don't say people's names in songs, just like how I was raised, and is it should be truth to your raps. It should be. But in the same breath, can we really shame the kids that's lying now? One, that's what's hot.
Mm.
Two, on one hand, we say this person's stupid for you telling everything you ever did, you telling all your business. But on the other hand, we shame the niggas who lying. So which is it? Like,
Right. Okay, so like let's say you're in the studio and somebody go, it was 5 o'clock on the dot with me and Yafyn robbed the cops or robbed the spot or something like that. You like, my nigga.
listen,
How would you address that in the studio before it even gets to that point?
you say that with me, I'm letting you know I ain't doing the song. Hey, I can't even. Nah, you straight. Whatever you got going on is what you got going on. G, I'm good. I can't do that.
It's just funny. It's like you mentioned the Big Crit earlier, and it just like it's been like I've been trying to like not stay away from it because I'm a huge Big Crit fan. It's like one of my biggest motivational songs that I have in my playlist is "Just Touchdown" by Big Crit.
Fire.
You said it's like just the production. You said the way that is one of my favorite songs to this day. You said it's like and like I guess some of my biggest influences are you J. Cole. At least once or twice a week. I don't know why I get it. Like I don't know why I get. Well, I just like J. Cole, but I'll go because especially because I'm a YouTuber, so I watch other YouTubers from time to time, and I'll watch the LA Leakers freestyle from J. Cole. And of course, I'll watch all the pseudo hip hop heads try to critique his bars, using coming down or whatever. It's like it's funny to me, using to see different perspectives and everything like that. And using like a huge T.I. Ludacris, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm even like you said the more underground, you said ATL stuff like your Baby D's, your Big on Camp, you know what I'm saying? I like K Camp and stuff like that. You just like who is somebody that you said because we talked about people that you said have made it and you said some maybe disrespect the culture or you said so who are some people that you wish or that you wish had gone farther than what they did or you said you knew they were hotter than what they got credit for?
Man, that's a good question because that's something to really think on. Like, I'll say one for sure, Ace Hood. I feel like Ace Hood just kind of disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever happened with the situation, I know he has spoke on a couple of things, but I don't know, so I don't speak on shit like that. But yeah, that's one who like Ace Hood was on fire for a minute, for a cool minute, was on fire and then just disappeared.
Yep.
So and I think shit like that be like with record deals and shit like that. Like that's why it's hard, but it is hard. It's divvy like trying to figure out that independent versus the label shit because when you independent, that's all on you. Ain't no budget. Like that's you. You got to get it done. But the label gonna get it done. But the label may shelf you.
Right.
I think another one is Rhapsody. I think her and Tierra Whack. I don't really think nobody rapping harder than them right now. Like, cause I think currently as far as rap, the women is killing shit. It's a new female artist every day that's coming out with a banger that got all these women dancing and whatnot. It's on TikTok. It's blowing up. It's the same males in rotation right now.
Yeah.
You know? So I think, Rap City, I say Rap City, Tierra Whack, Ace Hood. It's a couple others I can't think of, but them is people who like I make good music and rap circles around motherfuckers, but yet you don't hear about them as much. And maybe that's because they ain't doing goofy shit to stay in the limelight, but it's like those people are, and Luke, at the start of that, Luke, I think he signed to J. Cole's label. I think he on there.
Yo, bro.
Dude, cold.
You said, like, expounding on that, how important is it to you to remain who you are instead of falling victim? You said falling caricature to what everybody else is doing that may be popular and hot right now.
Man, beyond important. Like it ain't even no word to place on that, because without you, who are you? Like one thing my parents taught me growing up is ain't nobody gonna love you more than you. So if you don't hold that to yourself, you'll let anything happen to you. You'll do anything to get to that point. You got to stay grounded, or what was it all for in that sense? Like if you don't stay true to you, what was it all for at that point?
Absolutely.
Can't compromise. Can't compromise that.
So, like I said, on my platform, I try to, you said, make sure we at least touch on teaching children something, because you said we all got kids around us and things of that nature, and the kids trying to get into social media, and I try to keep my kids away from social media, because social media can be ugly. You said social media can be a beautiful thing, but at the end of the day, if you're not thick-skinned, this is why a lot of these kids are doing the dumb stuff they're doing, or you said
a fact.
Becoming depressed, and you say, oh, well, they're talking about me on Facebook, or they're in my comments saying mean things on Instagram. But so as somebody who's affluent and who's using this social media sphere to elevate yourself, what's something you say to a child that's new to social media or that's having a hard time differentiating real life from social media?
Log out. Log out. Listen, this shit is not real. It's real, but it's not real. Like, don't get me wrong. Real shit can happen. I done been placed in opportunities because of social media. I done performed on stages because of social media. Shit is real. It really can. But in the same breath, the perfect example, I had dropped a freestyle one time. It was like 3-4 years back. Dropped a freestyle. I just over somebody beat. I don't know. I'm getting love. It's comments, it's likes. I'm like, man, this shit, okay, people fucking with it. Get a comment from somebody like, man, this shit trash. So me being me, like, that shit don't move me. That shit don't bother me. But I want to know, because I'm a nigga that like to grow. So I type back. Respect. Hey, what you thought? Like, what about it was trash? Like, what could I did? Like, was it the bars? Was it the beat? Like, was it my selection? What was it? Buddy comment back. Dog, to be honest, I was just playing. That shit was really fire. Deleted your comment. You sound crap. This shit is fake. This shit is not real. People will really, they call it trolling, but it's hating. Motherfuckers see like you getting love and they like, well, I want to just disrupt the love real quick. So you gotta understand that some motherfuckers just want to disrupt the good shit you got going on. You feel me? A lot of motherfuckers don't realize, my nigga, your candle don't burn brighter than mine if you put it out. It don't. Just do your own thing.
And I heard this somewhere. It's like the fire on your candle does not diminish by lighting somebody else's.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It ain't that. It don't cost nothing to show love. It don't cost nothing to show love, my nigga. But I tell people in the same breath, it don't cost nothing to show hate either. So trust me, niggas will hate on you just to say they did it. They look at it as fun, as trolling it. That's the whole little internet shit today. Trolling. Everybody want to be a troll. It's the goofiest shit in the world. So to kids, I would say log out. It's 24 hours in a day. You do not need to be on social media for even a quarter of that time. You do not need to be on there. Go experience life. Go outside, touch grass, do something. We grew up like cell phones was new when I was growing. Like I said, I was born in 94. Niggas didn't have, you had if you was lucky if you had a house phone.
Right.
And if you ain't have a house phone, you know what you did? You hopped on your bike and went to the homie house. And you had to knock on the door, ask his mom, hey, can such and such come out?
Mm-hmm.
But you was outside all day. We was outside 16 hours a day.
Yep.
These kids is on social media now for 20.
Mm-hmm.
20 hours a day.
Came up to you said until when them street lights came on. Because when them street lights came on, you better have your ass in the house.
You had your ass in that house. You calculated that. You looked up. Hold on, let me make sure. All right, I need to be footing it home real quick. So
you calculated to the minute that motherfucker came on every day.
I'm already on the porch. By the time that motherfucker flick on, I'm on the porch. But these kids is in the house. They ain't outside. They in the house on their phone. They on their iPad, and they experiencing nothing but negativity. I ain't saying like it ain't like negativity is new. Like I said, it ain't like a lot of people think like, oh man, it feel like more people is dying these days. It's not. We just exposed to it more. It's the same amount of motherfuckers dying than when we was growing up. It's just that now if I get on my phone, I can tell you every celebrity who died today, people I follow got their siblings or whoever may passed away in their family. That's up. Every story, every scroll. It's like, nigga, that shit gonna weigh a toll on you. You may not even acknowledge it until you acknowledge it. Now it's too late. So log out. That's the best message I can give to the kids. Get off of social media. You do not need to be on there for more than a couple hours a day. If you ain't on there, like, social media was new when I was growing up. I remember MySpace came out of like 08 or something. Like, I had a MySpace. I was 14. MySpace, then Facebook, not Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. All these things just out. And I seen these apps go from just you reconnecting with people who you may have went to school with or family members you don't talk to no more, to now it's like, if I get on one of these sites right now, I'm gonna see somebody fighting, somebody dying, somebody robbing, somebody shooting. It's like you can't sit on social media, man. Yeah. You cannot.
Like another thing I tell to the kids is like, at the end of the day, you can take whatever you see in those comment sections with a grain of salt, because they could say the nastiest, most ugly, hurtful, evil thing that they whether they're playing or whether they really just want to get up under your skin. At the end of the day, whatever miserable life they had before they typed that, once they get off your comment section, they still got to go back to that same miserable life. So
Come on, man. That's the realest shit you can ever say to somebody, because that's really what it is. This person, like I said, some people just want you to have a day as bad as theirs.
Right.
That's what it is. So they're gonna do everything they can to bring that up out you. And they won. Once you argue back, like, but the thing is, there's so many tools people don't use. You can turn your comments up. Motherfucker ain't gonna see shit. I think that's the problem though. When it come to hate and shit, you can have 10 comments or nothing but love, but that shit gonna be with you all day. And what the fuck this nigga mean? Nigga, what? You gonna want to say something back to them, but you gotta, like I said, that block button is free, man.
Yep.
That block button free.
Exactly. And you expounded on it earlier when you said when somebody said you said it was trash, and you were literally genuinely like, okay, I'm taking that in a sign of critique, and you're like, no, I was just playing. Nigga, I just entertained, like, I'm literally thinking I'm trying to use it. Like, so it just irritates me that more.
Cause that's what niggas do though. It's so many people, like I said, people will come on, and then what really be getting me though, this is why, like I said, I'm just in the blocking motherfuckers now, because people hide behind the anonymity of the internet. You get to make a whole fake page. You don't even got to show your face on this motherfucker. 0 followers, you following 0 people. You just going through people's shit, hating, trolling. Like I said, that's what they call trolling, or whatever you want to call it. You get to hide behind it, because if I seen you in person, you wouldn't come up to me and be like, hey, I don't like your music. You wouldn't do that. No. But because it's the internet, that's why I say it's a weird duality of it being fake and real at the same time, because in the real aspect, in real life, most of these motherfuckers wouldn't say half the shit they say on the internet.
Nah, it's like it's like I think that's the difference between reality and the internet. You just say, because the internet is safe. You can be a keyboard warrior on the internet, but just like you just said, I dare you to say half of that crap to my face. You said, but there's also a way of you doing things. You was like, Yo, my man, you said we was in the studio. You said like I think the timing of that particular bar, it didn't ride the beat that well. But you said like I think if you went back and did it, you said let's try it again this way. I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you how it hits my ear. But like, yo, nigga, that shit trash, nigga. You said who? You said who the fuck is you? Nigga, I
Exactly.
get socked in your mouth.
Exactly. I'm telling you, and I think, like you just said, is people don't have that fear of being punched on the internet. All that fear is gone. Like I say whatever the fuck I want. Like, but in reality, it's a level of respect that comes with talking to people. Like, you as a human being, I respect you. You got the same life as me, period, point blank, whatever the case may be. Until you disrespect me, I respect you. That's just how it like. So whether we on the internet or in person, like you just said, like the example, like I done been in a studio where the engineer was like, "Hey, do that takeover. Like you kind of you ran out of gas a little bit on that last breath. Like breathe here." That's constructive criticism. Let me take what he's saying. Let me hear what he's saying. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Then do the second take, nigga. Like that's the one. We gonna lock that in.
Right.
Versus a nigga like again, like it's a way to say shit. If I did that same take and a nigga was like, "Man, that shit was garbage. I don't know what you doing." Hey, all right, hey, lock the door.
Let's run this fade real quick.
We about to get down. Now we about to get down. So it's just, but over the internet, we lose that. People, like I said, people get to hide behind the fake pages, like, cause it's like, what you gonna do? I live in Nebraska. You in Ohio. What you gonna do to me? So it's like, but that's why I don't argue with motherfuckers on the internet. Cause you right. What am I gonna possibly do besides fucking yell with our words? I'm typing mad as fuck. Like that's stupid as hell.
Caps like fuck you, big ass nigga.
Exclamation points and shit. Like, nigga, I'm not doing all that. No.
Like I said, it's just it's goofiness, and it's like that's why I appreciate having conversation with somebody who's you said aesthetically astute and you said intelligent. You said like because you can have conversations with goofies all day long, but when you have a conversation with when your counterpart is just you said as intellectually sound as yourself, it helps in the thing I'm trying to do with it. I'm trying to reach children because, like I said, there's so much going on in this world, and I don't think like we've been saying these kids aren't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I definitely want to using to let you know that I definitely appreciate using where we went with that using particular part of the interview. You know what I'm saying? So like because like the kids are important, and you said and the way you talk, you said you come off as an OG. You said somebody that's you said well versed, and you said and have some experience to teach these children. So I definitely appreciate you for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate the conversation. Like you just said, like it hit different when you talk to somebody of sound mind. You feel me? Like is you get to have an actual conversation, an intellectual conversation. Because I mean, again, like I said, these kids log out is because, like you just said, if we sit on the internet all day, you ain't gonna get too many of them conversations. You're gonna see some dumb shit. You're gonna see people arguing about dumb shit, and it's gonna make you want to log out anyway. So it's like it's different. Like that's why I do appreciate like we don't really know nothing about each other. You allow me on your show, and we get to have like open dialogue with each other. Like it's cool.
Okay, you said now we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back into you for a minute. You said and like what you said. What is your process when it comes to writing? Because I know certain people they write before they hear the beat, or they get the beat and then write. What you said? Because I can do both. You said I used to do music, not my thing anymore. You said it's like it's not saying that I gave up or anything like that. It's just you said like you get like you know what's for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You said so. What is your process when it comes to writing?
Me, I'm definitely a both person. Like I write every day. I try to write at least a whole song every day. You know, and that's just to keep me, like I said, like because I like being able to make a song where like whether I'm telling a story or I'm being lyrical or I'm just making some shit to have fun to like, and I feel like that keep me sharp enough to stay lyrical because honestly, it's not hard to make no song by today's standards. It's not really hard. Get you a good beat. The beat doing 80% of the work on most music these days, on most hip hop music. Beat do 80% of the work. It don't matter what the fuck you say on it. So if I can make music like that, then I feel like I need to do something to stay sharp. That's what keep me freestyling. That's what keep me writing every day, because I get more satisfaction of people hitting me up like, hey, I ain't catch this bar till the third time I listened to the song. Like, nigga, you said, and it's like, yeah, there you go. That's what I live for. I love people. I love replay value. I love motherfuckers like, man, what did you mean by this? Oh, well, go listen to it. You would catch it. You just got to pay attention to what I said at the second bar. You're going to get it. So I'm definitely a both kind of person. I like to write shit out. Then I get a beat, and sometimes you hear a beat, and you got to write right then and there, no matter where you at. Like, sometimes I done pulled over and wrote a couple of bars down because somebody sent me a beat. I'm like, no, I got to at least write something to this to have it in my head to know where I'm about to go with this. Like,
Right.
it's definitely both.
So which one are you? Are you a notebook or are you a cell phone writer?
I'm a cell phone writer, man. I'm in a cell phone. I just talked to this about with my cousin. I don't know what it is, but I do not feel like the bars be good when I write in the notebook. So I stopped that shit. I just cut it out. Like, nah, I'm not liking what I'm saying, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because like growing up, like I seen the cell phone era. I'm part of that era. I actually seen cell phones come through. I remember when everybody just had the Nokia with Snake on. You know, that was the only game you had with Snake on that motherfucker, or the little ping pong joint. So it's like now growing up, always having a cell phone, it's like it's easy to just write immediately. Where if I ever feel inspired, I can just pull the cell phone out, hit the notes, and get to typing. I don't wrote 8 to 16 bars. I got a whole verse already versus me like looking for pen and pad. Like, but I definitely got my start on that pencil and pen. You know, you got to start somewhere.
Right. Okay. Well, let's say you said like what you said with the create the scenario. You said you're headlining a show. You're picking, you said, different artists to come to you. You said to perform before you. What is something that you're looking for out of other artists to? You said make sure that they don't ruin your show, or you said what qualities they would bring to your show. You said how do you go about picking? You said people when you can do that. How do you go about picking people?
If I'm headlining the show, it's really all. It go back to the puzzle analogy. It gotta make sense. You gotta look for people, whether I'm headliner or I'm an opening act. You gotta look for people that understand their place and don't overstep their bounds. Because in this music shit, it's all egos. And it's hard to find people who can set their ego aside for the sake of growing as an artist. So sometimes it don't matter. You could have more numbers or more plays or more buys than that headliner. And you're going to be like, man, what? I'm about to come. No. If they show, like, for instance, if the headliner got nothing but hype songs, you as the opener don't want to do hype songs to open up that. Every level is to ease into it, because if you open up with hype songs, by the time the headliner come on stage, niggas is tired. Don't nobody want to jump around and scream no more, nigga. I done lost my voice 2 sets ago. I can't even do that. So it just gotta make sense. Everybody gotta know their place. So if you pick an artist, or if you pick, know your role. Talk to the headliner, see what's going on. Hey, what songs you doing and shit? Okay, you doing them. Okay, I know them songs is hype. So I'm gonna do my mid-range songs to get people just like adjusted and like, okay, I fuck with this artist. Okay, he got some bangers. Okay, your head bobbing now, you saying the words back. But then when I get off stage and the headliner come on, y'all already in the mode to turn up. So that first song they do is gonna turn you all the way up because I set up the play. So it's just about knowing your place. Everybody got to know your role. Ain't nothing wrong with being a follower, my nigga. Like, to be a great leader, you got to follow somebody.
Facts. But you said, like, even if you are, you saying you know how to follow, don't wallow in the follower. You saying
that's it.
You said you got to learn where to lead somewhere. You said you got to if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Now, you said as we touched on it earlier when we was talking about it's like what I always take it back to the when Jay-Z did Jermaine Dupri's So Def 25. And he was like, you said you got the music without the vocals. He was like, you could have just put my picture up there or something. You said,
listen, niggas know niggas know, man. That's not a show. That's not a concert.
That's
That's
karaoke.
That's thank you. That's karaoke. Just if that was the case, you could have stayed home and played it on your Bluetooth, man.
Mm-hmm.
You came to see me perform live. You want to feel like I'm rapping to you. We singing the words together. You want that feeling. How can I give you that feeling of when you first heard that song if I'm not rapping it to you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want you to feel like this, man, I remember when I first played such and such. Like, that shit was cold. Like, when it comes to my songs, like, when I perform, it's always just the instrumental and me rapping. I wrote the fucking song. I know the words.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need help. I don't need the words to lead me to the words. I'm gonna say it. So like I got a song, Food for Thought, and I like performing that song. I like starting off with that song because it just put everybody in that in a nice little mode. It's like, okay, he talking some shit right now. Like, he talking to us. Then hit you with something else that's gonna lead into the turn up. So I got something that's more conscious, that's gonna then lead into a story that's more triumphant, that's gonna lead you to the turn up where now you can just, if you're a lady, you can shake your ass, you can do whatever you want to, but you're gonna feel it all the way from that conscious song. Mm-hmm. But I feel like you don't feel that if you just hearing the backtrack.
That's true. Because me personally, when I used to perform, it'd be just the instrumental. I may have some ad libs in there. You said, but for the most part, I'm doing all the work.
Exactly.
Not only that, because 9 times out of 10, because then you got to factor in: do you have a hype man? Do you have multiple hype people? And is every person that you have on stage has got a microphone? Or are they saying the exact same thing at the same time? Because if you got all them people saying the same thing, sort of at the same time, plus the music, everything sounds distorted.
Muddy as hell. It's nothing but mud at that point. Because you also, not only do you got the hype man and you got the backtrack and you got the crowd. The crowd, if the crowd know your song, they singing it with you. So everybody just every fucking where at that point.
Right. It's like I've had a couple of DJs on my platform, and you said they all have already, basically everything that you've said is basically the ideal thing that most DJs want when it comes to an artist. So definitely got to commend you on that. But as an artist, what is something that you expect of the DJ in the room?
Man, to have the shit set up, have it set. I have performed a couple of times where that shit it ain't set up. Like I remember an event I did. I don't know what happened, what got lost in translation, but as it's my turn to do my 15-minute set, the DJ can't find my songs. I sent it to him. It's all the instrumentals. There's 3 instrumentals. He can't find them. So everybody in front of me is waiting. So me, like I said, because I'm a student of the game, I freestyle. Boom, I get to rapping. I got the crowd now. He find the songs, we get on. But it's like I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to. If I choose to do that, that's a different thing. I shouldn't have to do that. So, but that I feel like shit like that, that's what sound checks and stuff like that is for. Like, so I kind of already know how shit gonna go if it's not a sound check.
Right.
It's like, I'm looking at this a little different. Like, this might be one of them ones tonight, but it's cool, even those moments I love because it brought me closer to the crowd. Like, not a crowd know, oh, he really can rap. No matter what I perform at this point, the crowd know I can rap.
Right.
So it's cool.
Right. It was like me personally, you saying like when I used to get down and do my thing, I would go on a run. You saying like the prior to the few prior days to the show, you said I would recite my verses. You said I would run, whether it's on a treadmill or it's up and down the street to make sure I got it. You saying if we got a specific thing that we're doing, you saying like everybody, we need to practice this because I want us to go up here and looking like a unit. Now, you said with you, how important is stage presence to you? Because like I said, we see a lot of people, they get there, by the time they get to the stage, you said it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody's drunk, including the nigga that you done paid all this money to perform. So it's like And I think that to me that's a disservice to the crowd. If I done paid all this money and you have no stage presence, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so like what's something about professionalism you could teach to the up and coming artists? You saying you said you either your counterparts, even some that are maybe higher than you or lower than you, something that you hold as a man of integrity when it comes to stage presence.
I mean, like you said, it's literally all about professionalism. I feel like that stick with you. Even if everybody at the show fuck up, they still gonna talk about you if you did. Like it, period. Motherfuckers gonna be like, man, remember that artist? Yeah, he came up here all drunk and shit. Like when they was drunk, they goddamn self. So it's like you gotta be better than everybody around you. You gotta be better than everybody around. So whenever I do a show, I'm shaking hands with the DJ, I'm shaking hands with the promoter. I'm sure like, I want to talk to people. I want you to remember my face, remember my name. So that when I get up on this stage, like just like how I introduce myself on here, I'm Yafyn, Yafyn, your auntie's favorite young nigga. Like I put emphasis on certain words because people remember that shit. Like even if it get a little laugh, or they like, man, that nigga, what he say his name? What? It's just certain shit I put in a position to always be remembered and always be looked at a certain way. Because then once it get to the bars, definitely gonna remember me. Now, hey, the nigga who said he was, man, he be rapping his ass off. Like, so it's really all about professionalism. You gonna have to shake hands and bump elbows with some motherfuckers. Like that's what it is about. You gotta talk. You gotta introduce yourself. Be the motherfucker that asks questions. Hey, so how long you been doing this? Like, be that motherfucker, because that's the person people remember the most. Versus if you in the cut, yeah, you cool, you look cool. He the nigga in the cut, like, but the nigga on the forefront who want to know more, who want to make sure the show go right for everybody, that's the nigga. Remember, like, that's why I big up Key Silly. I big up. I got a homie K7. That's a nigga he done put me in the play. Like he make music as well, but it's certain people, my nigga P Smooth. It's certain people that have like when I met, it was like you're real. Like I see you care about this as much as I do. And so you willing to put people together who care about it as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't find that out if you don't talk to people though. So
Exactly.
always show up. Like one of my biggest things with professionalism, one thing I would love to lead, like if anybody watch this and walk away with anything from this, remember I said this. I learned this at a young age. My parents instilled this in me. Early is on time is late, late is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get it. You gotta be there. Be there. If the show say it started at 7:45, if the show say we need all artists here at 7:45, be there at 7:30.
Yeah.
Be there at 7:30. Be the first nigga to pull up. You may get there before the DJ. Just wait. It ain't nothing wrong with it because people look at that. People like he punctual. Okay, he's serious. He want this. And I done had slots change because I done pulled up, you know. And you know what? Actually, we see you supposed to go on fourth. You want to go on second? Whatever.
Right.
You want to go later on in the night? We gonna let you pick. Okay, cool. You was supposed to perform at 9. You want to perform at 11? The club usually a little more packed around then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I perform at 11. Now more people gonna hear you, and that's all just because people fuck with you. You done talk. People done got a sense of your personality, and that's all from professionalism. So, like I said, just show up and show out, man. Don't show your ass. Show up and show out, though.
Right, definitely. Mm-hmm. You say it's like I definitely appreciate you saying joining my platform. You said, like I said, you are welcome more than anytime you want here, brother. You said it's like you said. So before we get up out of here, let everybody know your social medias and how they can get in contact with you.
Hey man, once again, this Yafyn, aka the Big Skis, Yafyn, your auntie's favorite young nigga. I'm on Twitter, Instagram at Yafyn the Goat, Yafyn TheGoat. You can catch me on YouTube, TikTok, and any other thing at Just Yafyn. I'm on everything though. I got freestyles, I got songs. You can look me up Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, Tidal, whatever you listen to music on, I'm there. Yafyn.
That's what's up. And I'm gonna make sure that you send when we drop this interview, I'm gonna put all your links. You make sure you send me all your links. I will put them in the description box. You know what I'm saying? And without further ado, you said make sure that you're watching this video, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you don't miss another video. Without further ado, it's been That Guy Dub with Yafyn. You said, man, brother.
Appreciate
you. It's been an honor. You just said we got to do this again because, like I said, an hour is not long enough. But you said
we definitely got to do this again. This was one of them ones. I fuck with this.
You said, like I said, I love you. My brother loves you. We out of here, man.
Skis.